Hi everyone. Today we will be taking a look at how to join the Ghana military or the Ghana Armed Forces. We will take a detailed look into all the stages and processes that potential recruits or applicants goes through before qualifying for basic training. I'll also be breaking down the processes into 7 stages. So without wasting much of your time, let's just dive right into it. Stage 1. Advert for general recruitment. At this stage, I assume that you have gone through all the advertised magazines and you have decided to apply to join the Ghana Armed Forces. And you also know the branch of the Ghana Armed Forces that you want to join. And hopefully, you meet all the necessary requirements as advertised in those magazines and news adverts. So you proceed to buy or purchase the Ghana Armed Forces e-recruitment voucher that contains a serial number and a PIN code that will give you access to the online application platform or forum from the various purchasing points such as accredited post office or even via mobile money. Now, I will advise you to exercise patience when filling the online application form. Make sure to follow all the necessary instructions and enter the correct and accurate details only. Be honest, don't lie about it, because if you lie about it, it will cause problems in the future. Now, when you are done filling the application online, you will be notified whether you qualified for the next stage or not. When you qualify, you will be asked to print out a PDF, also known as a summary sheet. This is a very important document that will be required throughout your entire recruitment process. On the summary sheet is what we call the gap number. Try and memorize this number, because during your recruitment process, this number will be your identification number, since the Ghana Armed Forces mostly do not use names. Stage 2. Regional screening phase. Now this stage mostly comprises of 2 parts. We have the documentation and the body selection. During the stage 1 online application, you were asked to select the region where you will be referred to proceed for your screening. Note that text message will be sent to you based on the phone number you entered during your online application. This message will indicate the venue and time you should report, but what it won't indicate is your dress code. So it is advisable to wear a white round-neck t-shirt and a tracksuit down and a decent running shoe. Slippers is not allowed, so take note of that. The documentation here is not to authenticate your document, but rather to make sure your name tally to all your documents, as well as your date of birth and grades with what you filled online. Now, the documents that are mostly required are your summary sheet, your BEC certificate, your WASI certificate, your NVTI or HND or degree certificate, and also your birth certificate. Now, I will personally advise you to go along with your Ghana card and also a red background passport pictures, cause they might ask for it. Now, when you are done with the documentation, you will then proceed to the body selection. Ear tattoos, flat foot, ear piercing, exposed veins, excessive bodybuilding, hernia, and many others will be checked. Take note that you might be required to remove your clothes during this process. Males might remove almost everything, including their boxers, whilst the females might remove everything except their braziers or underwears. So try and go along with a decent underwear or brazier. Stage 3. Aptitude test. Here, all applicants who successfully qualified for stage 3 will be communicated the venue and time, and also the date for the aptitude test. Here, applicants will be examined on basic knowledge questions, usually high school questions. The purpose of this test is to determine the applicant's level of mental ability to solve basic practical problems. Take note that the test papers usually comes in different colors and arrangements. Your number 1 might be someone's number 10, so be independent and do your best. Stage 4, trade test. After the aptitude test, applicants who applied as tradesmen will be contacted for a trade test. Note that only those who applied as tradesmen will go through this process. Don't go if you are non-tradesmen. Don't worry, you are not part of this particular process. It's for only tradesmen. Stage 5, documentation for medicals. Here, the authenticity of all your documents you provided will be checked thoroughly and verified from source. Note that this stage is very important. If you know your documents are fake, please don't go there when you are invited because you will be arrested by the military police. The dress code is usually white t-shirt over black tracksuit and a pair of decent canvas or running shoes. Stage 6, medical examination. Here, qualified applicants will receive a text message for medical examination, usually at 37 Military Hospital. Here, your fitness will be assessed across every part of your body. This is a very critical stage, so take very good care of your health. You will mostly be examined on your eyes, ears, blood, skin, testicles, blood pressure, and many other stuff. So be prepared, and also you will be asked to pay a medical fees. So make sure you go along with a decent amount of money. Stage 7, interview or vetting. After the medicals, all qualified applicants will be asked to report for vetting or interview. Here, fingerprints will be taken and you will be handed hard copies to fill with some important information which will help them with background checks to see if you have any criminal record, as well as family details in case of any emergency during training. Conclusion. So if you are able to go through all the above processes successfully and you qualify, then congratulations. A letter will be handed over to you which indicates all the necessary prospectus that will be needed for training, and most importantly, the date and time that you must report for training. Now take note that all this above process might take from 5 months to about a year or more. So find something else productive doing so as not to waste your time, and don't depend on this recruitment process because it is not certain. Thank you. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment on any question that you might have. Thank you. Goodbye.